number of COVID-19 cases continues to rise globally and right here in Guyana. Therefore, we encourage everyone to practice social distancing. Wear a mask if you have to leave your homes, and wash your hands thoroughly and frequently as we strive to stop the spread of the virus. Welcome to InfoHub for Thursday, June 4. Thanks for joining us. While adhering to strict physical distancing and other guidelines, schools will be reopened on June 15 to facilitate students preparing to write the National Grade 6 Assessment, Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, and Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination. Details from Leticia Isaacs.
Teachers and auxiliary staff will return to school on June 8 to prepare for the examination period. This will be done according to the public health protocols outlined in the gazetted and published examination order signed by Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry. Masks will be provided by the Ministry of Education, and all students and staff are required to wear masks every time they are in schools. Students sitting the NGSA, CAPE, and CSEC are required to attend school from June 15, 2020, from 9 hours to 13 hours, and thereafter every other day as part of preparation for the sitting of their exams. Among the health interventions being put in place are temperature checks at the school's gates, along with the restriction of unauthorized vending and parent visits inside the school compounds. All schools will be equipped with appropriate sanitation stations. Specially designated sick bays will be organized to accommodate any student who may exhibit any symptoms of the coronavirus, while sweeper cleaners will be trained in infection prevention and control practices. Additionally, physical distancing stickers and other signage will be utilized. Only 15 students will be allowed in each classroom, and classes will not be held every day. Grade 6 students will sit the NGSA on July 1 and 2, and the ministry has decided to have all local candidates eligible for these exams use the traditional paper-based modality. Test papers will be placed on desks before students arrive to reduce physical contact. Transportation will also be provided for all vulnerable students and those who live outside of their school's catchment area. Students who previously benefited from the Hot Meals program will be provided with meals. Almost 15,000 students are registered to sit the NGSA, while in the Caribbean region, a combined 150,000 students will be writing the CSEC and CAPE exams. Leticia Isaacs for InfoHub.
As the national recount now focuses on the review of the District 4 ballots, the APNU-AFC coalition has vowed to continue exposing the incidences of electoral fraud at the March 2 polls. Here's more.
APNU-AFC coalition believes that the more than 300 ballot boxes left to be examined will reveal more of the opposition PPP's attempt to cheat Guyanese out of the 2020 polls. A release from the party Wednesday said that the recount process has revealed that the election was riddled with fraudulent practices, where the dead and persons out of the jurisdiction voted. Many unstamped ballots, missing certificates of employment, missing poll books, ballots cast over and above the number on the official list of electors, and other fraudulent practices have also brought the credibility of the elections into question. As such, the coalition believes that any result emanating from the process cannot be considered credible because of the high incidence of fraud. It reminded that it was the opposition member Anil Nandlal who, while referring to electoral fraud, declared that once a fraud has been committed, it nullifies or voids the entire process. The APNU-AFC says it expects that the PPPC will not shift the goalpost and will stick to this position. While the national recount of the March 2020 general and regional elections continue, counting agents of the 12 workstations have been focusing on Region 4, with over 300 ballot boxes to be recounted. The remaining 9 regions have already been completed. GCOM said it should be ready to make a declaration of the results by June 16, following the revision of the report by the Chief Elections Officer, which will include the observation reports with the glaring electoral irregularities. For InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Dutch floater specialist SBM Offshore has provided 30,000 pieces of protective gear to the Civil Defense Commission to help with the agency's national response to the COVID-19 pandemic. SBM's country manager handed over the items to Director General of the CDC, Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig, at the company's Georgetown office last Friday. Lieutenant Colonel Craig said the CDC welcomed the donation, which will be distributed to frontline workers. The supplies included 15,000 masks and 15,000 gloves. More news is after the break. Stay with us.
Meet Terrence and Shabana. Both believe they've been exposed to COVID-19 and were advised by the Ministry of Public Health to quarantine themselves at home. It's a normal working day, and Terrence grows tired of home quarantine guidelines. So he heads off to work using public transportation. Now all the passengers and his co-workers are in danger of contracting COVID-19 from Terrence. After work, Terrence heads straight to the gym for daily exercise. He shares the same exercise equipment with many others that day. Later on that evening too, Terrence heads off to play several rounds of dominoes with some friends. By breaking the quarantine rules, Terrence has endangered the lives of the passengers, his co-workers, members of his gym, and his friends with whom he played dominoes. By contrast, Shabana practices social distancing. She works from home every day, and in the evenings, she video chats with her family and friends to stay connected. Shabana is also obeying all the guidelines that the Ministry of Public Health says we follow when quarantined at home. Shabana has infected no one. Let's all do our part and practice physical and social distancing by avoiding unnecessary travels and staying home from large groups of people, including our families and friends. A message from the Ministry of Public Health in collaboration with PAHO WHO. For more information, visit our website at www.health.gov.gy or visit our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter page.
Thanks for staying with us. Health authorities in Region 2 Pomeroon Supernam are continuing efforts to ensure the region remains free of the coronavirus. As to date, not a single case has been recorded there. Delicia Haynes tells us more.
This region is considered the gateway to Region 1, more specifically the Moruca sub-region, where several positive COVID-19 cases have been recorded within a week. On Wednesday, June 3, Regional Health Officer of Region 2, Dr. Afara Khan, who is also the co-chair of the region's Health Emergency Committee, noted that screening and sanitization efforts are ongoing throughout the region.
So far, we have introduced a strong screening system across different areas in the region, including the Supernam Ferry, government buildings, and all health facilities across the region. The regional administration continues to sanitize all government offices and buildings and all health facilities.
She confirmed that while statistics show her region is free of the coronavirus, with support from key players in the region, their efforts can go towards flattening the infection curve. The number of cases as of June 3 stands at 153.
I wish at this stage to convey gratitude to all the healthcare providers of the Pomeroon Supernam region who have taken full responsibility for the order issued. Our support from the Executive Chamber of Commerce and the wider community have been overwhelming.
This region is also considered a major entry point from neighboring Venezuela, hence monitoring at the Pomeroon River is in place with health officials taking the necessary precautions and encouraging the residents to do the same. For Info Hub, Delicia Haynes.
Young entrepreneurs are being urged to take an online approach to their businesses amid the coronavirus pandemic. Neola Damon has that story.
This call was made by Director of the Aspire Youth Network Guyana, Dennis Glasgow. He was speaking on Wednesday during a youth forum focusing on entrepreneurship and employment. The activity was hosted as part of National Youth Week. Glasgow, along with project manager of the Basic Needs Trust Fund BNTF, DK Dema Otto, and project officer of the Department of Youth, Jermaine Watson, were panelists on the youth forum broadcast on the National Communication Network NCN. Glasgow highlighted social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as a way to promote one's business since during this time, most youths are glued to their electronic devices.
It's all about finding opportunities in this current time, in this current era. And it calls for a lot of creative thinking, strategy, planning a lot, and also marketing. Marketing is important.
Watson agreed with Glasgow's statement that technology is the way to go during this time.
Oftentimes, young people are thought of as the problem, but we can change that dynamic and must be the solutions to situation, challenges, problems that exist. We have a voice as well, and I think the government has given young people through programs like the Youth Innovation Program, through the platform, through the Youth Empowerment Program, through Life Skills Program, the opportunity to raise and share that voice and to make yourselves known, to aspire to be leaders.
For his part, Otto said that his agency has offered various training programs to young people via partnership with the Board of Industrial Training (BIT), Guyana Industrial Training Center (GITC), and Government Technical Institute (GTI). Neola Damon, InfoHub.
The COVID-19 pandemic is everyone's concern, and the Ministry of Public Health wants to ensure all Guyanese are aware of the facts related to the virus, which has claimed thousands of lives globally. Here are some facts about the coronavirus.
Hello, my name is Dr. Renita Albert, resident in anesthesia and ICU care at the Georgetown Public Hospital. Like Abraham Lincoln, I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them to the real facts. So today, I would like to share with you the truth and the real facts, giving you and your loved ones the best possibility to overcome this COVID-19 crisis. Step 1. Work remotely when possible. Step 2. If you must go out for necessities, keep a distance of 6 feet from others. You can transmit or receive the virus when speaking to someone in close contact. Step 3. Do not gather in groups. Avoid religious gatherings, social gatherings, and avoid eating or drinking in public. Remember, not all infected persons show symptoms. However, persons without symptoms can still transmit the virus to vulnerable ones. Step 4. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Why? Your hands may touch many surfaces that can pick up the virus. Your hands can then transfer the virus to your nose and mouth, and from there, they enter the body and can infect you. Step 5. Regularly and thoroughly clean your hands with an alcohol-based hand rub or wash them with soap and water. Why? These two methods will kill the virus that is already on your hands. You should wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Step 6. When someone coughs, sneezes, or speaks, they spray small liquid droplets from the nose or mouth, with which may contain the virus. If you are too close, you can breathe in these droplets, including the COVID-19 virus, if the person is infected. This is why we encourage all citizens to wear a face mask. This will decrease the possibility of spread by trapping your secretions or barring their secretions. The face mask must cover your entire mouth, nose, and a portion of your cheek. Step 7. Symptoms such as coughing, headaches, sore throat, mild fever, and shortness of breath, we ask you to seek medical attention immediately. You should isolate yourself from the general population until medical attention is given. I urge all citizens to keep up to date with the latest information from trusted sources such as WHO or your local and national health authorities, so you can receive the correct advice on what you should do to protect yourself. Once again, I'm Renita Albert, urging you to stay at home as much as you can. Keep a safe distance. Wash your hands often. Cover your cough or sneeze. If you are sick, call ahead so your local hospital can be prepared. Thank you for listening to these important steps that we should all follow to overcome this COVID-19 crisis.
Remember to do your part to ensure you do not put yourself at risk during this time. If you have a cough, fever, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early, but call the hotline first. That's all for today. Connect with us on all our social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, as we bring you the latest and important news related to COVID-19 and much more. Also, subscribe to our website, dpi.gov.gy. Your bird report is up next. Stay safe and goodbye for now.